We recommend this product be installed by a competent gunsmith.
Modification of your firearm may nullify the warranty of the firearm's manufacturer.
No liability is expressed or implied for damage or injury which may occur from improper use or installation of this product.
You are responsible for the safe handling, legalities, and use of your firearm.
Warning: always wear safety glasses when working on firearms. Hi guys, Scott Polk here from Apex Tactical Specialties. Today we're going to walk through the installation of our failure resistant extractor for the Springfield Hellcat pistol. The only tool required for installation of the extractor is a 3/32 inch pin punch. You can also use a 1/16 if you need to. After following the factory recommendations for field stripping the slide, I have to remove the backplate to get the extractor out. So first, I need to depress the striker plunger itself. So this little guy here, I'm going to take my pin punch, I'm going to press it in. I'm going to use my pin punch and just kind of wedge it down just a little bit to take the tension off so the little plunger stays depressed. Now, I'll press on the plunger for the extractor that's under heavy spring tension. I'll give it a little push and then I can slide my backplate off like that and relieve tension slowly. If you don't put pressure on this plunger, it'll go flying out of the slide and you gotta go find it. With the backplate removed, I'll go ahead and roll the slide up and I'll pull the striker out and get it out of the way. Next, I'll pull out the extractor plunger system, which is typically all attached in one unit. I'll set that aside as well. Next, I need to depress the striker block itself to get the extractor out. I'll use my pin punch and press the striker block in, and I can now roll the extractor into the breech and out of my way. If I could get it, I could do that more easily. There we go. And then once I have that there, I can relieve tension on the striker block so it doesn't go shooting across the room. I want to give you a quick side-by-side of the factory extractor versus the Apex. The factory one has no engraving on it. The Apex one is engraved with the Apex name as well as the part number. That little dot you see there is a Rockwell hardness check mark. That confirms that one part was actually checked for Rockwell hardness. Not all parts will have one, but if you have it, it's not a problem. Since you have your slide taken apart, now is a good time to go ahead and go in there and clean out the extractor channel, especially if you've been doing a lot of shooting. So before you go in, just clean that guy out. First thing we're going to need to do is depress our striker block as far in as possible to get it up out of the way so the extractor can seat properly. I'm going to drop the extractor into the breech, roll it back and drop it into the slide. When I release my striker block, extractor will be held in place. From here, I'll take my plunger assembly. There's a little shelf on here. This has to go down against the extractor. If I roll it up this way or any other direction, it won't seat properly. I'll show you. Put it in from the back, slide it all the way forward, and if you have it aligned right, you'll see it come through the window and push against the back of the extractor. If it's not aligned properly, it will sit inside the window and it won't protrude. So rotate it around until you can see it protrude through. From here, I'll throw the striker back in, and now I'm ready to put my backplate back on. To reassemble the slide, I have to put the backplate back on. I need to tension the striker first, and then the extractor. So what I'll do is I'll use a little fork on the end of the backplate to press the striker down and kind of hold it in place. From here, I'll take my pin punch, I'll compress it down. This is a lot of force to put on here. And then I'll put my backplate in place. Once I have it there, it'll snap in like that. And now I'm fully assembled. With the slide reassembled, I want to do a function check. So I'll take my pin punch, I'll put it on the inside of the breech, and I'll just articulate the extractor a couple times to make sure it moves. If it doesn't move properly, take it apart and reassemble it. From here, you're ready to go out to the range and shoot. As you can see, the installation's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions or problems during installation, you can always contact our customer service. We're here to help.